Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading. It is Monday, October 12th, and we're going to take a look here at the Nasdaq and follow up a little bit on a video I did about a week ago talking about expectations for the Nasdaq, and specifically this inverted head and shoulders here that triggered last week and is following through like a rocket, hitting targets today. So with that being said, before we get started here, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions or anything. But let's go ahead and dive in here. So first off, Nasdaq, we had talked about this last week. You can go find the video in from a few days ago about this inverted head and shoulders here with our neckline up at 11,604 3/4. Ended up breaking through, triggering on Friday, and we took off like a rocket. Now at the same time, we've been long S&P futures since 32, 38 and a half average entry, and we covered them today at 35,007, I believe was the exit. Now obviously it's gone up a little bit more than that, about 30 points higher, but we hit our target, which was 3,500. Now what we've been watching here, the indices have basically followed along exactly how we were expecting them to, triggering an inverted head and shoulders, climbing. Same thing happened in the S&P. And now what we're paying attention to is the weekly price charts here. So what is going on with the weeklies is we actually have a bearish divergence now. So we're coming back up just about equally high prices. All right. We have significantly lower high indicator lines here and lower high histograms on our MQ momentum. So we have a nice bearish divergence where price is back up, but momentum is back down. And this is leading into the election. Now this is kind of a longer term outlook because again, it's on a weekly price chart. But what I'm going to pay attention to here over the next several weeks leading up to the elections are, watch for this to potentially get all the way back up, pop to new highs, run all the stops up there, get everybody hopeful, and then turn around tank. So I've started downsizing my positions in a lot of different markets, stocks, things like Apple. Well, actually I didn't close Apple, but Amazon did get out of today. Facebook decreased position by half, decreased positions in Microsoft, etc. All these big cap companies, large cap companies, and I'm putting on a little bit of hedges just slowly. All right, we're not going short or anything like that. We're just hedging the portfolio a little bit. So we're still net long, majorly net long, but we're decreasing leverage. We're pulling money out, taking some profits here. And what we're going to watch for is for the market to potentially stall and then roll over after elections or leading into elections. The other thing I'm starting to do is buy calls, for example, in VIX, looking for the VIX to start to climb as fear comes back into the market and volatility starts picking back up here. So that's what I'm paying attention to. Indices, watching the bearish divergence. Way to go for everybody took the longs. They've played out beautifully, taking profits today, looking for market to potentially push a little bit higher, but the main thing we're watching for is the divergence leading into the elections and a potential rollover later in the month or in early November for this thing to start coming back down. But that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. And until next time, everybody, happy trading.